Okay. Good evening and welcome to Monos. I'm looking to see if there's an echo. Okay, but I do see a serious delay. So I'll give you guys some time to settle in. Not really, because it's too late in the nighttime. But welcome to the West Coast Wednesday edition. As it stands, it is my best opportunity to go live, to be quite honest. Um, but I will wait for my nine. Um, you know how the rumor goes. I only have nine consistent people, and since one is dead, I only got eight consistent people. So I'll just wait till I get to my eight consistent folks, and then I'll take it from there. Yeah, that's how that goes. Woohoo! Okay, so let's get my likes up. Don't come up in here not hitting the like. You know how that goes. Hit the like or take a hike. What's up, 2300? Girl, don't make me work for it. Is that you? You had to change your channel? What's going on? What's going on here? Now I gotta go around here and try to see who people is. Let me see. Let me go see. Let me go see. This her channel. All right, this looks like her channel. Why you only got 10 subscribers over here? Let me go subscribe, girl. What's going on with you? Mm-hmm. You up there talking about that cornbread lady. See what happens? You done talked about that damn cornbread lady, and now you up here starting all over again from scratch. I'm not surprised. You gotta leave cornbread alone. Go to mashed potatoes. What's that stuff they be having? They have some other kind of bread. Go get I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask somebody. I'm gonna have to ask somebody about that. Okay. Okay. Well, lay low, girl. Lay low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me, me. How's my sound? Cause I got a new headset for the laptop. Um, let's go. Okay, so today's conversation is gonna be more or less a reflection on some stuff I saw go down in the hood. And if you're not familiar with the hood, I'm gonna talk about the cemetery. So if you don't want to hear anything about the cemetery, this is the best time for you to head to the border because we are all in them cemetery gates. We're pulling over headstones, and I'm about to tell it like it is. Okay. What's up, Cynthia? What's up? What's up? All right. So I don't even know how all this stuff began. So we're just going to start and call this story time, and we're going to begin with Once Upon a Crime, because you know that's how this goes. Oh, girl, we blueing these days, but y'all know y'all be killing me with the blue inside the chat. Um, Listen. If I made you a moderator in here, please understand this. You got no fiduciary obligation to me to do anybody dirty. Okay? We cool. I always still carry my weight 7 times, 7 folds, and that's it. But there may come a time when you will see that an account has been um comments have been held for review. Leave them suckers right there. If people come in my room and they don't have the wherewithal to respect the YouTube processes, then that means their comments need to stay right there. Let them rewrite it a different way. Don't be doing too much work. And that's just about it. Hey, cuz, don't go out of your way, cuz I can assure you that them folks know better than to come in here starting some stuff. They can misbehave all up and down and through the cemetery lanes, but they know better when they hit this block and lot that they better not. Okay? Bars. Mm. So, once upon a crime, there was this dude, and his name was Cook What You Ain't Got. Some people refer to him as Cookies No Cream because they remember when he decided to make some banana pudding and he left out key ingredients, and moi, Monica Mo Justice, went at it. So, anywho's, this dude, I, Monica Mo Justice, named him EB. And I don't want anybody to ever forget that on here because I think people forget the relationships and how they began around here, who was zooming whom. Let's take another look, baby. But in any event, my so I've been around the block. I came up in this YouTube space assisting. If you don't know the story, I was the disclaimer girl. Shout out to the disclaimer girl. I'll go in people's chats, I will hold them down. And when stuff got a little raunchy, this is in season 0, I come out with the disclaimer. Can't take it away from me. You had a lot of content creators. We didn't know them as that at that time, but we know them as that at this time. They would be like, yo, where's Mo? Let Mo up here. Mo, put up the numbers. And I would come through and I would be like, yo, this is what you should do so we can avoid having instances. Hey, say this, say this. This is what I saw go on some other places. And it was really the things that I saw and observed was consequences, how YouTube were penalizing platforms for how they do business. And I would come up here and be like, yo, yada dee, yada da. So if you notice, you'll know that we was hanging out in certain channels in the wee hours of the morning. And in my world, I hung out with EB over in because of issues down the line. I just dubbed that channel False in Silence. Okay? False, FALSE, in silence, SILENC. So we used to hang out over there, and that's where I come to know EB. Now I don't know because I hear people call him an old man and everything else, but guess what? I never doxed him. So what I don't know about him, I don't know how old he was when we got here 7 years ago. So I don't know how old he is today, but one thing I do know, I need y'all to stop calling him some 60-year-old dude Because if we've been here 7 years, he ain't 60 anymore. You understand? I just need y'all to understand that. I came here in my 40s. I ain't 40 anymore, right? Some of you started here in your 30s. You ain't 30 anymore. So I need y'all to really take a hold to that even though every day you wake up and you still coming on the same dead app, that at the end of the day, you have aged. That means you have gotten a year older with time. But some of you have not matured. Oh, yeah. Don't get it twisted. Don't mix getting aged in chronological years confused with maturing professionally, emotionally. Some of you are really going downhill. It's all downhill. Was this before being the role model? What is it? The note taker or the library? Yes. It's before I was dubbed the note taker or the librarian. Uh, I became the librarian. Interesting enough, the same way I named EB, he named me the librarian. The Justice Department, we've got, what I'm trying to convey to you is we've got history. So when I do see some things hit the fan, I don't necessarily want to come out here and defend anybody's activities, but I do want to come out here and share my thoughts. What you said, I started in my 30s, girl, bye. Pass me by with that one. Okay. Um, so he has dubbed me the librarian. Where's your question on that? I be forgetting that I be on this thing, that I could do all this stuff. Yes. He dubbed me the librarian. Um, DC, and if you don't know, so let's give y'all some acronyms to follow around here, okay? Let me see if anyone of you know. So I knew at EB during BC. BC, anybody in the chat? Does anybody know what BC stands for? There's going to be BC. Let me just help y'all. There's going to be BC, there's going to be AC, and last but not least, there's going to be a DC. And actually it goes BC, DC, AC. Ah, there go my mother freaking cousin. Ah! So I knew Eric Brown, BC, before COVID, but DC during COVID, I was dubbed the note taker and the librarian during a critical funkadelic stage, and that stage would be when we had the town hall of shame. So if you don't know these events, guess what you're not? You're not a J for care. You're not, and let me be clear because people hate when you say you J for K, right? Listen, there was some little section in the YouTube, you know, over on the side there in the Section 8 division of K Street. So you've got to have been here to understand the terminology. Somewhere in K Street, along K Street, was the Section 8 division called J for K. And the J for Kers, The JFKers engaged in a lot of stuffs. But if you ain't been here, then you don't know the lingo. And if you don't know the lingo, it means that you've arrived in this space vicariously through someone else. Because believe it or not, most people want to exit that J4K division. They don't want to have the title. They don't want to own nothing of it because it's one of the most toxic places that you can end up in and be dead. The last place you want to be caught in is in the cemetery. And believe it or not, once you end up in the cemetery, it's it. It's no, it's, I've yet to see anybody go into the cemetery and come back out and tell me they're a whole different person. If you're speaking to dead people in your real world, if you're speaking to dead people, you're special. On this app, if you're speaking to dead people coming out of that J4K experiment, then you know what this is all about. Most people don't want to claim it. And for the people that claim it, own it, and want to lead it, it's crazy. But for people to not understand the lingo actually means that you wasn't here. You are circumventing the township. You just put yourself in a place and try to act like you caught up with the activities here and you're a commentator on the stuff. You're not an influencer because you're not influencing the direction of you're not influencing the direction of the village because you can't build up something that's dead. You would have to begin from ground zero. And at this point, I don't even know where ground zero would be at, to be quite honest. But all that history to say this: I've known EB since ground zero, since before this channel was a channel. And I've looked to him at times for good um, conversation. Somebody that you can bounce moral principles off of. I've challenged him and he's challenged me with scripture. And we've been back and forth and through the good book. What's up, Karen? We've been back and forth and through the good book. You know that's my bestie, right? I just want to make sure you mofos know that. Show respect. Um, but we've been up and down and we've been in and out. I've had some moments with EB that I've been less than um happy with uh his commentary um as it relates to me, and I believe that there's been a period of time when he has been disappointed in me. For those of you who haven't understood growth, this is an example of how you grow with people. You're not always going to agree with the people around you, but you need to be able to respect the people that you have around you. So we haven't always had 100% relationship. And I'm saying that for a particular reason because the juveniles or the infantiles or the babies or the people that haven't grown up yet will always go back to remind people that have been somewhere and gone through something together of a time when they wasn't. There will always be that person who will come back to remind you, hey, I thought you and so didn't get along once upon a crime. Or they always want to throw your past into your present day. They want to keep pulling you down with your old baggage, not allowing you to set that onto the curb and to keep it moving. So, this week is another prime example of that. It's another prime example of that. So, let me see where I want to begin. I want to begin with a question to EB. And I don't know, he might be blocked over here. He might be on my block list. I don't know. I ain't going through that list again and freeing nobody. But I might take a peek to see who managed to make themselves up in there again. But in any event, um, he put himself in some deep doodle. If, and the key word is here, if the people that are making the doodle, the ones taking the crap, are worthy of you wanting to have their affection. People come at you on your platform and say, I'm always right. People want to tell people on this free app how to run their platform. People want to challenge people for whatever reason there is about how they do things on their platform. For whatever reason. If you put yourself out here in prime time, someone's going to try to challenge you while you're in that spot. Now, the question is, do you accept the challenge? So, it is my understanding and belief that someone out here was on their platform making bearing false witness against their neighbors, accusing their neighbors of doing things to them and members of their family. Oh, somebody reached out to my loved one and contacted my loved one, and I believe it's so and so's family members. Based on the information that I have, it's my understanding that EB challenged that and said, hey, excuse me over there. Knock, knock. Here I come. Let me get my little stones. Let me throw some stones at your glass house over there. You know, the one with the new picket fence. And he said, hey, how somebody get your personal information of your loved ones to contact them? Can you explain that? Guess what happened? Someone said, all stuffing. Somebody's talking to me. Oh my God, they're talking to me. Do you hear that? AB is talking to me. Let me go to EB's channel and get an interview going. Hello, hello. Here I am. Here I am. Oops. Oops, there she is. And they went up there to answer the question. And when they did that, other people came in the room and said, hey, what her doing up there? Oh, I got something to say. Oh, I got something to say. So EB said, all right, when I finish interviewing my esteemed guests here, right? And all the trolls came with the esteemed guests because they come with their own entourage of trolls. Oh, they're trolling me. Do you see it? I'm up here on your platform, sir, and you got people in your chat trolling me. They got my picture on there. Do you see that, sir? something about it. You know what that sounded like to me? It's like, hey, give me a wrench. Let me get more, infiltrate your platform, destroy it from the inside out. Because all it takes is a couple of seconds to let somebody in. Anyway, anywho, they left. I know, hello, cousin. Can I tell the story my way? Okay, I'm telling the story my way. This is my story. You don't like my story? What I tell y'all about? If you don't like the way your character is depicted in my story, what should you do? Okay. While y'all figure that out, I'm gonna go on telling my story. Okay. 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 So anyway, she went along her little way, got off of there. You had the whole bambalinos up inside the chat smoking. What is it? Snow? What is it? Damn, I can't even think of the name. But you know, cotton. Oh, picking cotton, picking cotton. You had cotton nose up in there, cotton mouth, cotton snot. I don't know, cotton whatever was all up in there, right? So you know, so cotton butt was all up in there, shouting it out inside the chat. Whole world was doing what they do. Um, but just to be in fairness, to go back to this statement, although the person wrote the thing in the comment section, instead of the person answering in the comment section, they wanted to be on the platform. Now the question is, why did a lonely comedian want to go on somebody that she dubbed Ed the Horse platform and speak to that person? The reason why they did that was because they was promotion. Is that the language we're using, KK? They was doing free promotion because they started up some new stuff. And the best thing you could do while you're sitting on somebody else's platform acting like the victim is to be like, hey, chat member. Hey, chat member. Hey, tell alcoholic. Hey, tell alcoholic, the jester. Hey, did you see my did you click on the link and see me performing? Did you see my performance? Hello, have you seen my performance? Have you seen my performance? You understand? Free advertising, just disrespecting the person's platform. Now, everybody else done seen this happening. And do you know what everybody else said? Everybody else said, what? Man, this why the silencer should remain silent. Cause look what him done stepped all up into. He done stepped all in the business. So what ended up happening is that live stream was cut down because people either had to go to work and I don't know, it just ended. I don't know if there was another one or whatever, but I do know there was some people in the chat saying drop the link. So in all fairness, my good friend EB decided, hey, I'm gonna give you the other side of the story. Let me see what that is titled. Cause see, I think it was titled The Other Side of the Story. Hold up, I gotta look. I think somebody called me. Hold up, wait a minute. I need to go back to my evidence log. And they said, let me get the other side of the story. Two sides to every story. So guess what happened? He let the other side of the story up on his platform. Now, please note this. When the lady was up there, to answer the question, how did someone dox your family? And I have a question for uh, EB. EB, has anybody on this internet ever doxed you? And if not, how do you stay undoxable? Because we all know that there was an account around here called Nunya. Nunya? Anybody remember Nunya? Well, Nunya uh, allegedly got doxed. And we were waiting for, I know I was, May 15th, 16th, or 17th, a birthday, so that the identity of Nunya will be exposed. And it never happened. It never happened. So I was just saying. Um, so anywho, I don't know. Two sides to every story. Two sides, yeah, it says two sides to every story. And a man was up there and he was giving his account. Now, I know some people are upset and they decided to go to their platform as they could and as they should, and they made complaints. How dare you don't interview the person to my satisfaction? How dare you don't ask that person questions? How dare you don't do this? You're this. You're that. You're unacceptable. Listen, listen, sirs, gentlemen, y'all don't like to hear the truth. I remember once upon a crime in the wee hours of some Sunday afternoon, Mo Justice took herself on the back dusty road someplace in Alabama, is it? And was telling the I was on a panel answering some questions with some dude who had a wife, got up on a panel and cussed me out because I said in the wee hours of the morning he was taking up shop on that platform. He was angry at me. I said to him, "Sir, married men, happily married men, don't go hanging out on other platforms in the middle of the night if they happy." Now, fast forward a couple of months later, they was out here running plays on people for their marriage, and now I hear it ain't no more. Well, maybe let's define ain't no more. It ain't no more under one roof. It's in two separate places. It's all the time doing something different from each other. I like that concept. Being married but separated. Man, it sounds like a great life. It sounds like the single life. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like a great life. Sounds like a great life. I don't know. At the end of the day, EB had a question. He raised his question. People decided to engage him further for their own personal expectations. And then they got upset. Somebody just gonna come in here. Yeah, we don't talk about that woman over here. We try not to. We try. So we didn't merge on this side of the fence, right? Just to let you know. So I'm gonna have to ask you to have a seat inside the to go back over there in the lounge. If you if you've been part of my community, you will have no problem finding the lounge without anybody's assistance. So I'm gonna make this very clear. Please have a seat in the lounge. Do not go into the VIP section because that belongs to the lady that gave a guy $75 so that he could hook up with his future wife that he's now separated from on the internet. So you can bypass the VIP lounge and have a seat over there. Okay? But if you come back over here, it's going to be deadly. Yeah. So you got to know the context of the information because that was just a mouthful where I sent the person back in the back or something. That's it. But we try not to talk about those other communities over here for the simple fact that we ain't merged. And I'm gonna make that very clear. A lot of people hooked up and everything up here, we didn't merge. We didn't merge. And from time to time, I'm gonna say this, you know, I go places. Sometimes my heels break. I be walking, I be walking down the road with my good shoes on, not my Louis, but my good shoes on. And every now and again, I have to take a pair of shoes to the shoe shop and get a repair job because I stepped on the wrong side of town and, it wasn't very good on my heels. And what ended up happening is I have to take a rest on the bad side of town and, consume some information over there. And I always managed to drop off and heard my name. I don't know why people be talking about that. I don't even know why somebody want to talk about bring back up Monica and KK. Mo Mo Mo. I just be like, oh my goodness. Oh my God. It's been like 3 weeks. And the one day that my shoe breaks on the side of the curve, and I come over here and just have a seat, like, ugh, I can't believe my shoes are broken. I hear my name being spoken. Ugh. And then I have to be like, that's why, stuff never, you know, nobody ever invites you over to sip some tea, have some crumpets. But you do hear your name, and then you be like, oh my God, what was that about? I don't want to have nothing to do with that. But that damn cousin of mine, she be everywhere. So, oh, one of these days, one of them days. But, they be timelining. Do, 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 do. Oh, I don't have my timeline partner up here, but in any event, I'm not gonna play EB's content because I think there's some things. I will tell you. Oh, maybe you didn't see it. Oh man, you know what it is? So, um, I thought I would be lighthearted with some things, because none of this stuff is real. And that's why I can I can walk you through some events and just give you some color around it, because none of this stuff is real. These people, you know, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. And, you know, tomorrow will start without somebody. And eventually, a tomorrow will start without one of yous in it. Long before it'll start without me in it. It will start with one of yous in it. With one of yous will not be here anymore. And I'm gonna tell you right now, just for the record, because I don't want anyone to get this stuff confused. I have got a list. You know how people have the Santa Claus list? I got a list of who's naughty and nice. I got a list of who of y'all I wish to be gone. And when you're no longer here, and I finish y'all, and I look down my list, and all the names on my list are poof poof, I'm gonna be talking about y'all all up and down this. And you know what? You ain't gonna be able to say nothing about it. Guess what? Because you ain't gonna be here. And I am gonna have a good old time chit chatting about you. I'ma go live and talk about you like you ain't never heard it before. You know why? Because I'm still here and I can. And while you were still here, you wasted all your time making videos, lying about me, getting your views up for what is it, Karen? 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent. But see, I'm going to have the last laugh when you ain't here. Understand this to be my facts of life. My facts of life. If I ain't got nothing nice to say about you, I have chosen not to say it. Period. But when I do say it, believe you me, you will be gone. Period. Some of you will off your characters, and then we'll get to talk about them. Some of you, the people in the character, will be offed itself, and then we'll have something to say about it. I don't have to run around here and dance on your grave. I don't have to pretend to bury you. I don't have to pretend that I am a family member, or a family member reached out to me to memorialize you. I don't have to do none of those pretend things, because when you are not here any longer, I'll be able to go on my platform and talk hella shit with whoever's left and can remember you. Point blank. I don't have to do this with you at this time. Period. And I think that that's the best way to handle some of these things. Know this, I will open up a Go Fraud Me. I might even do a special Cash App. And y'all know I don't do Cash App in your loving memory. But know that I have a list, and I'm just checking off the names on the list. Period. End of story. What was my other part? Because I think, oh, here we go with somebody with some other shit. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so let's just evaluate the insanity in your fucking statement, Cottonmouth. let's just go down that little let let's let's work with it, Cotton. Let's work with it, Cotton Gin over there. Let's work with it. Y'all should see me. Cause I'm really like I'm trying to figure out how to address this politely. Cause ho, you ain't even made the list. Just I just want you to know that. You ain't even made the list because I don't know who the fuck you are. And that's a factoid. Okay? And that's like one of the key components of this stuff. In order for people to focus on someone or something in particular, that you actually put them on a list and is waiting for them to check out of here, right? You, I don't even know at all. You came on my platform a couple of times when you was having problems in this world. You, right? You came to me. I didn't come to you. I didn't have a memorial service. I didn't have a whole community memorialize my deceased mother on this free app. I might want to reconstruct that and say you came to me. I want to be like, I want to be more oh, romantic with romancing with the stone. I want to romance that a little bit different. I want to say that when that occurred and I denounced that activity, you showed up. I've been around when folks were live streaming you. You were live and the dude was live. And in his live, he was sharing your live while he was in your live. Make that make sense. And other people was in his live feeding him with the stuff to say to you when you had come out here, and not only did they kill off your mother for a second time, but they had you to the point that you killed off your stepfather, the one that you fucking and sucking on. But we ain't gonna go all over there on that. See, I wasn't talking about you like you be talking about me all the time. I don't do that. You'll be over in your little world talking about me all the time, in chat screaming. Somebody drops the address, you're like, oh, I'm on it. I'm about to dox this bitch out of this world. That was you. That wasn't me. I didn't do none of that, Cottonmouth. You did all of that. You came for me. You came to me. You needed me. I ain't never, ever needed you on this free app. Let's talk about it. When you went and abolished yourself up into another community and stuff, and the community was like, oh, I'm gonna go drag that heifer back over here. And they went into that community and kicked down the gates and say, where's her plate? And dragged your ass a huffing and a puffing, and you was kicking and a screaming in the back. I came out and said, yo, let her breathe. That's who got smoked. They was smoking your ass out, pulling you. You had to run up under people's skirts and shit. Talk about, please let me hide up under here. Oh, I'm sorry. That was under the bed when they was actually outside your door talking about, here I am. Your boozy badass over there. If you stop being all in my shit, all between my legs, eating it up, licking me up, maybe you could live a little better. Because I can assure you that Momo, I don't be thinking nothing about you. Every time you call me somebody's hoe, I'll be like, well, what do you expect from somebody who must, must get down like that for her next meal? I don't have to sell nothing on this body. All I have to do is go into my job and do my job. I have a career. All I have to do is go and take my talent, which is career based, and go in and do a job. I don't have to use my body for anything else. You're up here running up and down the internet, screaming that some dude that lives in a whole nother state told the world he was coming to get you. I don't think that should be the least of your worries. You need to be focused on how the women that you knew came through here looking for you, knocked on your door, come out wherever you are, and how you was underneath the bed. If I was to tell the story, let me help you out. If I was to tell the story, I would say that you went and hid underneath the rafters of the house. That just sounds so much more sophisticated. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But anyway, her little booger butt self was over there in that dude's chat talking about, here I am. I'm swinging. I'm just saying, come out, wherever you are. I went to Tampa recently and I was like, "Ah, I'll be up in Florida and you don't have to hide under your bed because I'm going to be nowhere around you. And I'm going back in a couple of more days, within a couple more days, to sit up in the sun and this and that." That they got the Julio Coolio, wait a minute, Julio Fulio um drive by us so I could book my next flight back out there. But no, I won't be posting up no pictures because they do drive-bys out there. Um, because everybody that goes on vacation in somebody else's state doesn't mean that they really want to see you. Period. But if you talk so much crap to people, right? I guess a person would be enticed to say, come and talk to me when I come through. And honestly, I don't have the recordings, or I haven't heard the recordings directly of somebody straight out telling somebody that they was going to be in their neighborhood. What I do have somebody doing is I have somebody telling somebody that they are going over to the States. But because I don't be everywhere and I don't hear everything, I won't be swearing to nothing. So I can't bet my life on something. But I do know for myself, I put up a community wall when I was doing my little Florida little vacay, and I was like, I'm gonna be in some people's town, and they don't have to worry about hiding under their beds. And I thought that was funny because um, I just thought that was funny. And it's my understanding that that woman's been doing that forever, cause that's all she, that's all she got time for. She get mad cause she get blocked inside a chat. Why are you over there in EB's chat? I'm over there in EB's chat, and I went in the man's chat, and you know what I said? I went I went over there in EB's chat, and I said, I'm here for your guest. I said, I'm here supporting the guest. And then the guest said, what? The guest said, guess what? I got 30 minutes. I got to be off of here in 30 minutes because I got to go back to being on the clock. And I said, wow. All right. So 15 minutes to win the person I write in the chat. 15 minutes. Only thing I wrote in that man's chat was, I'm here supporting the person on the panel, the guest. I made a second post because once I did that, people said hello. So then I was compelled to speak to the content creator and then greet the rest of the people that were greeting me, right? That's called I was reciprocating the love. And I see this cottonmouth half a hoe all up in there talking about, can't stand you. I looked at it, I said, this is a damn shame. Grown ass crackheads can't get their them fiends, they can't get their hits together. So now we over somewhere upset. What's she gonna do? Jump me? What's she gonna do? Anybody want to guess what's the first thing she gonna let's play guess what Cottonmouth is gonna say next. I could give you one. I got one right. You can't even get your snow shoveled. No, bitch, I need your pussy. I just saying. I just saying. Cause see, when I was growing up, we talked about women with banks between their legs. That's a walking bank between her legs. Cause she knows that that's what she gotta use in order to get that stuff popping. She on the channel that needs some uplifting anyway. This how y'all build around here. Well, that's exactly. And listen, for her to fall out the sky, right? And say, "Hey, you was looking for me," when nobody was looking for her. She ain't even on the I wish you was dead list. I have a true I wish you was dead list, and she's not it. I'm down here in the cemetery. I have, you know how they say, last will and testament. There are some people that I have on my last will and testament. I can't wait for them to be up out of here in real life so I could just be like, oh. But unfortunately, her not one of them. Cause I don't even, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't even know her. She ain't never even been on my level where I really engaged with her on a content creator to Mo level. Yeah. So she want to be mad. She want to be big mad because I said I'm not checking for her. Shit, I got a bird's eye view of I don't want nothing to do with that little hoe. She bad news. She bad news anyway. When you could hear somebody nose a coming, you just know that that's a problem. Yes, I said when you can hear somebody nose a coming, then you know there's a problem. I don't know why Karen calls a cottonmouth. It should have been something with the nose. She should have had a name with the nose. It should have been cotton nose or snow nose or something kind of nose, because she smelled like she be sniffing stuff. I remember growing up, there used to be this commercial on television, and it had this big nose in the middle of the screen. I'm gonna find the commercial for y'all and put it on my community wall. But it would have the guy's nose sniffing up everything. It'd be sniffing up the house, it sniffed up his job, it sniffed up all these things, right? All these opportunities went up the thing's nose. And they was just like, that's what happens when you use drugs. She's a terrible example of what happens when you use drugs. But I will tell you that I try to keep it very straight, because even when I said, I don't know why those people are trying to drag her out of her new community and her new friends and stuff like that. They just need to let her breathe, right? I've always stood on that. Oh, Monica, I'm so happy. She gave me apologetic moments, that whole apologetic vibe, right? Then the next thing you know, I was on a platform with her. You know that same platform that I was talking about earlier when I went over there in the wee hours of the night and I was talking to this woman on the platform? That same platform. That woman was up there talking about, hey, Mo, can I use your content? And I was up here, yeah, she said, we good. And I said to her, I said, yo, keep it jiggy, bitch. You'll be going at me tomorrow. So let's not pretend. See, one thing I wasn't no hypocrite. I told her right to her face on that panel that day. Yeah, like I basically was like dusting my shoulders off, like, bitch, bye. Cause I already know how you get down. I know anybody could see your type. You don't even have to be on the street to know that type. It's a junkie. A junkie is gonna be a junkie any other day of the week. They're still a what? A junkie. Sometimes you hear her, right? And you will just hear what's like a schizophrenic moment. She can't even get it together. It's a state of paranoia all the time. Ooh, I could jump, I could jump, I could. Calm down, girl, bitch. Bye. Calm down. Get your act together. Can someone get her a napkin to pull up the drool from her just trying to salivate over other people's shit? Hey, cousin Joy, you better get out of here. You know why I just thought about this? When she gets so frustrated, she'll be coming for Joy, because Joy be all over the places that she likes to be at. Man, I don't need to be honest. I can't tell you what I believe she really looked like. I can't tell you what nationality she is. I can't tell you anything other than she her appearance is that of a junkie to me. Right? She's like right out of the movie. You know, when the crackhead was just like, give me some. I gotta find the picture. I'll put it up here. But y'all know the movie. And she's just up there. I do this for that. She's just one of those type of people. So what you try to do with people like that is, I'm not saying that you should pity them. You ignore them. That's the best thing you could do for them. You ignore them. Because at the end of the day, the demons that she has to deal with when she lays her head down, I don't have none of them issues. I don't have none of them issues. So you have to, there are some people they just get they're their own enemies. They're their worst enemies. I don't know. So I don't got that. That's why I don't even understand. I don't understand the veracity of these arguments that people have out here with one another. I don't understand them. I try not to minimize another person's um hard feelings, especially now that we've been here 7 years and people have doubled down on their vitriol. People have put red lines in the sand. This is not a person I will ever mess with. I will tell you that I have had my red lines in the sand. And once I was able to have what I would consider a closing moment. You only close on a house one time. You only close a play. The curtains close one time at the end of the show once the show begins. Once I've had an opportunity to close out a confrontation with parties, one thing I will not do is revisit the issue that brought us to a moment of closure. So let me just make this clear because I had this happen to me also recently on this platform. I once upon a crime, I think it was DC. So it's a period during DC. I a mutual friend arranged for me to have a conversation with someone that I was having a conflict with since I got here. Since my day zero, since before the channel was born. And I'm gonna classify it as a meeting of the minds. If you don't know what that terminology means, go look it up. That's all I could say. And it was cordial after that. And I was, at peace. And then AC came around and some new friends came around and people's attitudes shifted. And I had a discrepancy with the new friends. And all of a sudden, somebody wanted to revisit a resolved dispute, something that was put to bed, something that we were at the meeting of the minds with. And guess what I did? I said, well, check this out. My mind told me to leave that alone, leave it right there. So I'm allowed, and I've heard that there's been all kinds of chatter, patter, whatever, but I don't engage any further. But that death list, ooh. I definitely put some names up on that one. But you know why? It's because I can't go back and there was a relationship. See why a cottonmouth wouldn't matter, but some other people would? Truly different. You can't expect to get the same treatment when you didn't have the same, you never amounted to anything, period. Anyway, for tomorrow's episode, because I will go live tomorrow evening. And for those of you who don't know, I did start a new job. And because I did start a new job, I have a new schedule. So I haven't been able to accommodate you guys and do my new job. Okay. Um, so that's been um very challenging. And then I haven't really felt like up to coming live this year and dealing with this type of stuff. See, you could be gone and still be a subject of people's hatred, or you could be here and have the same stuff occur. So personally, um, I haven't had the time, but I hope it's not 1:30 to 9:30 p.m. No, no, no. But I do have maybe I do have an account that's overseas. Maybe it's in South Korea or Afghanistan. Or maybe it's the time. Just Oh, I think I should address that too. Hold up, hold up. I'm gonna go back to that. But because of those changes, life changes, right? I haven't had the time to incorporate this channel into that schedule. And I'm very schedule prone and et cetera, et cetera. So I just haven't had the time to do that. Um, sorry, I wasn't trying to indirect dox you. Yeah, so well, it can't be 9:30. Well, maybe it could have been 9:30 because I think tonight I set this for 9:30. Last week I set that one for 9 o'clock. But I knew if I came live on the West Coast, I would be able to do it. But I did reach out to other content creators to see if we could have a panel that would discuss the YSL case, and I have been able to put together that type of conversation. So I'm hoping to reach out and get a confirmation. But hey, if I can't panel up with the people that I want to cut it up with, I'll be back here to talk about that trial because that that thing is mind-boggling to me. And I'm fascinated with it because it is at the heart of being Mo Justice, period. And I got excited thinking about it, right? No, I'm not gonna say nothing too exaggerated. I'm not gonna exaggerate too much, but I will say that um it sparked my curiosity. And the other day I heard the attorney say, sure, he said, "Oh, that's dicta." And I went back to my notes and I was like, I said that. If I only would have went live and shared my thoughts, people would hear me. And then I was like, stop, Mo. Slow it down. You're only talking to the people in the cemetery. And they not gonna be down with whatever it is that you're talking about unless it's something they could what? Steal. If they could steal my thoughts today and I say it on my platform, how I think of something, and then they can go because they got more interpersonal relationships, and they could steal my content to make some content for themselves, they absolutely would. See, here's a lesson that we know who the leadership is. And it's the leaders who drive the conversation, or the town just dries up. So when you saw them circling around EB for his content and how to bully him into letting them up and letting them speak and letting them this and letting them that, it's because they ran out of places to conquer, people to bully. So they got to circle back now, try to, shore up those loose edges. I use that word lightly. and come out here and try it up again. I've been doing the same things that I've always done. I'm hanging out in the same towns that I always hang out at. That is it, and that's all. But I'm hanging out with the same people that I always did. I just haven't had the time to go live because I don't intend on speaking on people. I don't get I don't get a fast I'm not fast. I I don't get that. I just don't get that. Like the other day, I was so happy to be on a platform with Cousin Joy and at least listening to her share her thoughts on people I really don't care about. But I only teamed up with Joy when she was talking about the celebrity because I felt like the celebrity put themselves out here. Now I don't know who the that couple was, right? The African lady and the Johannesburg man or whatever the hell he is from. I don't know who them two is. So I didn't even try. Y'all, I didn't even try to go in the chat. I was like, let me just sit back here and see, because I don't know who these people is, and I don't, I thought the story was stupid, so I was just like, I don't know. But when it came down to Scrappy, I only can't. I'm talking about the scratch. Oh, listen, I don't know. The other time I came up there, I just was trying to encourage you to not get swept into the BS. The stuff that the lady that came up in here and now she's live over there having a whole roast session, right? I just tried to get you or try to like encourage you or discourage you. Encourage you to move on, but discourage you from continuing on that path. Um, I was not impressed by that woman. That's it. That's it. That's all. They do. They absolutely do. They always they're professional instigators. So the initial time I went on Joy's panel last week was to let her or just do a friendly reminder, hey, these are professional instigators. Be careful, but I'm here if you need me. And then the second time she was doing her content. So I was all up in it, all up and through there. Yes, I was all up and through there. Now I think the scrappy thing with his let me look at the time. All right, so we only got 12 more minutes left. So y'all can wrap it up in the chat. Anything you questions, comments, concerns you want to give me. But the scrappy situation was that was serious. And then did you do a part two with them in a hotel room or something? I just was like, I think I saw something with them in a hotel room. And I was sitting there saying to myself, so help me understand it. These people are making a Mona check, right? And they got the nerve. Yeah. You know what? I saw some reporting. Okay, we'll go back to the mentally ill lady who called for assistance and was executed in her own kitchen over a boiling pot of water. Um, I'm waiting to see how that really. I'm waiting to see how that falls out. How that falls out of the sky. But what is that? Oh. Um, I did not see her throw the water, but what I will tell you I saw her ass duck. I saw her duck when he went to lunch. I did see that. I saw her duck under like, I'm not gonna say completely under the counter, but I saw her duck. That's why she was rebuking motherfucker. But see, I don't. You know, when the guy asked me to cover this, right? I have a YouTube supporter, and he asked me to cover this. I didn't know what side of the fence he was gonna be on, so I was just being cool. There's a second body cam footage. I thought first of all, I thought the officer who actually fired the fatal um the officer who used force, right? Because because of YouTube, you have to be a little bit more creative in your descriptive words, right? I thought that his body cam was not on for the beginning of the incident. He put it on at some point. He put it on at some point, but he didn't have it on the whole time. Wait a minute, I gotta blow up y'all thing so I could read. Something else, there's more to them. Okay, but listen, that could I got your comment on the screen. That seems plausible to me because when I saw her, so let me just be clear. I think when I saw her go down, I felt like to me, if I'm recalling, because I can't watch that footage for the second time. Okay, I'm just gonna be clear with y'all, right? When I sat there and watched the officer with the knee on the neck. And if you've been familiar with my channel, you'll remember because Joy was sending me footage. We was across the street. We had body cam footage of where they had the people up against the wall over there and the money on the floor. So we did some true crime investigating. I became familiar with that case. It was a morning. We were leaving out for work, and I was listening to a YouTube channel of a lawyer, because I've become part of LawTube. I've been over in LawTube because I can't get with GhettoTube over here. So I was over there, and one of the lawyers was breaking down the incident with his son, and I was in here with T. And when I think once it got to the part where the officer came inside the house because he wanted the ID, we was all enamored and in the screen. And when she ducked, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't really understand what she said when it was like, "I rebuke you." It could sound like I'm gonna shoot you. So I had to be like, wait a minute here. But I rewind it once, and then I saw her duck, but since I know she got smoked, you got smoked. I decided that I didn't want to see any further. The second cop's body cam caught a different angle. The whole time I thought we was watching the second cop's body cam because Robo Cop over there didn't have his on. She never threw anything. She ducked down and stayed down, and he walked around and started shooting. See, I saw the duck. I saw the duck, and I feel like a hand went up, like so. I felt like she didn't have anything any longer in her hands. The bottom line is that we talk about in law, right? We talk about the mens rea, right? Mens rea is what was the person's intent, and his intent. She went down once with. Okay, she came back, turned around. All right. She came back, turned around. Oh, I ain't see all of that because when she went to the part I saw, when she went to get the pot, I believe it was under the direction of one of the officers. And I saw her take it from the stove, which was up against the wall, and bring it to what I want to consider to be the island, or maybe that was a sink over there. But bring it in that direction. That's the direction that she was bent down. But the bottom line is she's a nut, right? Let's just call it what it was, right? Something's not right. Why are you going in her house? See, I'm a police officer. I'm like, oh my God, we got a live one tonight, sir. Okay, man, what's your name? All right, listen. All right, no one's out here. I done cleared the area. You have a good night. Close your door. Do me a favor. Close this door up right here. When she start calling the precinct and stuff, I'm out. Listen, I don't understand what's wrong with these officers. You are hired to protect and serve. I'm serving myself up out of there. I'm gonna need you to straighten this comment out. It don't make sense. So let's can you change who invited whom? Let's get to one sentence. He knew exactly who she was. Period. Now what's the other part? He invited himself into the house. Yeah. That's why his ass right now is sitting up inside the jailhouse. Nobody invited him for dinner. He should have stayed outside and kept it moving. He invited himself in. Okay. He walked in on himself. Yeah. So now he's walking into a whole jail case. But I do believe that the use of force experts are going to come out and do some analysis, and we're going to hear some other takes on this whole scenario before. Let's just put it like this. I don't think it's going to be that cut and dry. Unfortunately, I don't think it's that cut and dry. Okay. Did you see her car? Every window on her car was busted out. Did you see when he asked her, did she know about it? And she said, yes, I'm telling you, Police Officer Momomo, okay, right? I'm coming through there with my little flashlighty thing. I'm seeing all of this. Guess what I'm doing? I'm just writing a report. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm not doing nothing freaking extra. I'm not robo anybody. I just need a check. I'm not doing all of that. I'd have done, listen, yo soy puertorriqueña, pero that's what we do. I have taught my child that since they was a young age. I even have a code word for it. But because I can't, why Joy gonna try to send me the body cam? You watched it again. Tell me what you saw. Talk to me. Talk to me. Wait a minute. Hold up. Come and talk to me. What? What did you see? She had the pot in her hand at the sink. He yells, "Drop the pot." And she ducks down and he started shooting as she was down. I actually, the doofus, right? He's like fucking 8 feet tall, right? It's like he's about 6'8". And he definitely was over that counter. But you know what? He should have never been in her living room. The threat was supposed to be outside the house. When I first saw this, Tatiana Jefferson came back to me, and I was just remembering the stance that we was in when that happened. Uh-oh, I got a knock knock.
Who is it?
Ooh, is that my cousin?
Yes. And salute to 23. I understand where she coming from, but I watched the footage again. It's clear as day. She goes over to the stove, grabs the pot, goes to the sink. He like, put that hot water down, put that boiling water down. She like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Now
And
wait,
then
stop,
okay,
right there.
okay.
Did it sound like I'ma shoot you? Like,
That's what he said. It's clear as
no,
day.
no, 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 no. Her when she said I rebuke you, and I'm not
Oh
laughing.
no,
It's
she said
funny.
it like somebody's like a old. She said, "Oh Lord, I rebuke you in the name of." Like her voice, it sounded like she knew something because she was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
the devil. You can
I rebuke
always
you."
you can always tell when the devil is in your midst.
So when he did that, so the body cam of the other officer is like turned towards a closet or a room. So when he comes back, the other one, like you said, he seemed like he standing hovering over her, even though he's far away. He like, put the hot boiling water down before I shoot you in your face. And she like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's holding the pot,
I
but she
thought I did
drops
hear that too.
down. She drops down to the floor, like, please don't. And then he walks, does one step, and then started boom. Ain't no way she on the ground and throwing water at the same time. He walks over there with one step and then starts shooting.
So
Period.
you so you believe that the pot was still in her hand as she was
Well,
ducking, or she put the pot
it's
down?
a red pot. She's already at the sink dumping it, whatever she was doing, dumping it out. By the time he get to saying put the hot boiling water down, the camera of the other officer turns, and she like, oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. So by the time he turns back around, he's like, put the water down before I shoot you in your face. And then she like, I'm sorry. And then she just drops down to the ground, to the floor rather. I'm sorry, to the floor. And then he walks over there and then starts shooting.
What's that say? When you see her actually throw the water, you gonna be shocked.
Well, is
I
there
don't
another
know.
body cam? There's only two police officers there, and they're only showing. So I don't know. Can she upload it or put it on her channel? Because
She said she put it on her she posted it on she posted the video on her channel. The
okay, I'm
backup
gonna have to go to
channel
her
or
channel then.
the real live channel.
The 20. Okay, let me
Oh
go. I don't want to.
shit.
What?
Oh shit.
What?
Why Cottonmouth had to mess with Karen?
What happened?
She up here got a live stream set up.
Who? Karen?
Cottonmouth? Why you bother? Why you
Oh
bothered
no.
though? Why you bothered though? See, Karen done went over there and listened to the fool. Now you know what's gonna happen. Now I'm gonna have to hear what the lady said about me. I just put it on my, just put it on my wall. I ain't
So
even
yeah,
messing with this
I see
picture.
it now. I see what I'm gonna save it because I can't look at it right now. But I'm gonna save what she did just add it to her wall, so I'm gonna look at it.
Well, where did she add it to her wall from? Which
I just pushed her name on your inside your chat, so
Okay, so let me go find the chat.
I'm gonna save it.
Trump is insane. All right, I don't know what that's about. Hey, Joy, you voting this year?
Oh my goodness! Don't ask me. You know you're not supposed to ask. You
I'm
ain't
not
supposed to
gonna
ask a
ask
woman her.
you
You're
who
not supposed to
you
ask
vote
a woman
for.
her age. You're not supposed to ask a woman her age
I'm not gonna
or her
ask
shoe
you who you're
size.
voting for. I asked you if you were voting. That was a simple question. It's a yes or no.
This politics stuff is it's insane. Just like when I was writing in
But
your
but
chat.
Joy, but cousin, are you
Yes,
voting
ma'am.
this year? Are you gonna
I'm
vote
gonna write
this year?
somebody. I'm writing somebody name
Me
in like I did last
too.
time.
That's what I'm doing. I got my candidate in my head. I got my ideal candidate in my head, and I'm gonna write his name in my ballot. That's where I
I
stand.
wrote. I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I think I said it
You
before. I
need me
wrote
to give you a
Kanye.
name?
No, I did Kanye the last time because
What's
he was.
wrong with you?
I didn't want to vote for them other
You want
fools,
me to give you
but
you want me to give you my candidate? You know who my candidate would be.
who? Hmm.
My former governor.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. At least he got some type of politics behind his belt. And I'm not saying that other lady does it, but I just, it is what it is with her. I wasn't rocking in the beginning with her. I'm not rocking at the end with her. I don't care what color her skin is, or who can she is, or where the hell they. It
You
is what it
know,
is.
I had a whole argument at work today. I probably lost a good friend, but it wasn't over politics. It was over R. Kelly.
You a fool. You came out the blue with that one.
Man, because he filed
I
a setter.
know.
He's taking that shit to the Supreme mother freaking court. He want to be a decision next June.
Him and Tory
Well, we have
signed
to
it.
see if they accept it.
They didn't accept Tory though. Womp womp womp.
Well, did Tory submit his to the United States Supreme Court, or did he submit it to the highest court in California? Because that's where he was tried
I
at,
think he
right?
stopped that. Yeah, he stopped at Cali.
He
And
gotta
then
go. He gotta go Cali and get rejected, and then up it to You gotta go. It's a process. You can't skip.
maybe that's why. Well, because I know
Oh,
the bodyguard came back outside.
what bodyguard?
His bodyguard that said that he seen the whole situation go down from the gun
Okay.
shooting.
Um, you gonna be mad. All right, I'm gonna go look at it, and I'm gonna be mad. Let's just shift it.
Okay.
Okay. So I work with attorneys, right? So they sitting around and they having lunch, and they's like, yeah.
Can I
So
make a joke real quick?
go ahead, make a joke.
So you're a fake ass paralegal, and I wipe
I
ass
know.
for a living. And I wipe ass for a living at
I
bodega.
know.
That's all my jokes. That's my joke for the end of the night. Thank you
And
guys. Good
guess
night.
what? And guess what? I be a fake ass, whatever they want me to be. But what I won't be is a broke ass YouTuber asking people for some fucking cash apps or super chats
Oh shit.
on the inner fucking net. Let's put it on what we gotta put it on. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
just wanted to say that.
hey,
Okay.
I'm only here for one night. Listen,
You only
guys.
here for one
Sorry.
night? All right.
I'm only here for
Okay.
one night. That was my show for
So
the night. Go ahead.
let me tell. Oh, that's your comedy show? I I can't send you over to Afghanistan or Busawati or
Let's go.
or was it South Korea?
They gonna drag the shit out of us tomorrow. Jesus
I
Christ.
just listen,
But
if you let me tell you something right now. If you spent 7 years on this app telling people that the only places you've never really been to because that's the only places you went to when you left your kids with your mother, right? Every time you want to go
oh,
somewhere, can you find a new destination? Like, I'm just saying, like, change the freaking storyline just a notch. The next time, this is just me, me to whoever the script writer is over there, right? Or whatever's in her head, right? I don't want to hear about you going to Afghanistan, Iraq, South Korea. Don't go anywhere a military presence is at. I'm gonna need you to travel to somewhere else. Go to Japan or something and tell me that you're taking your black ass to these kind of foreign places. Who is your audience?
can we go
You
back to
are
our
not, you are not Richard Pryor. Oh shit. It just got serious on here, but first of all, I gotta go authenticate people, okay?
I'm verified. I'm verified.
I'm gonna need y'all not to be KMJ in it.
Hey, what's happening? What's up, Joy?
Oh, you finally spoke to me, G.
You know what? Stop the madness.
Oh,
Stop.
hold
You
up.
act,
Y'all
you act. You know
killing
what,
me?
Joy? Hold up, Monica. She acting like these food tubers, man. What's up?
Hey, I'm trying to get a 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cents. What's up?
Hey, you did good on your last couple of live streams, though, about different. You see how you made it outside of the cemetery?
Yes,
See?
and I
Told
was
you.
nervous about. I'm
Okay.
gonna be honest with you. I was nervous about all of that. It took me a minute to get
Yeah,
my foot out there.
people can
She
make
got
it.
outside the cemetery?
Oh yeah, she made it outside the cemetery. And guess what? If you continue to go that route, you'll continue to succeed. And guess what? Them people ain't gonna flag you.
Because
Long as
people
you
are
ain't
actually and
using
thank
it
you,
boldly,
Karen.
of course.
Because people are actually commenting that I don't even think they troll. I mean, I went to their channels and these are real people that's really having some engagement with the situations.
I'm mad. I'm jealous.
Was any of those people in your chat?
No, no, no.
Yeah, see that's the retention of this stuff. That's what, getting that audience, stuff like that. This the stuff the cemetery don't teach you. They don't teach you how to get out the slums. They'll teach you how to stay in it, but they don't teach you how to get out. So
They're actually coming back for the replay, which is interesting.
mm,
So
Which
that's
yeah, I
show are
don't
they coming back for? The one with
well,
the lady
the
and the man?
lady, yeah, the lady, and even Bun B, chaotic as well. So I'm just, my nosy self. I like that kind of stuff.
Of course. I'm happy for you. I was there for chaotic.
Yeah, because
mm,
you like Scrappy. Because Scrappy went back to Bambi.
I
I
don't
got an
know.
Yeah.
update on that.
Do you
I
think he really went back?
went back to Bambi.
Yeah,
No,
he
no.
went back to Bambi. They
They
was
just,
I
in
don't know.
Bambi.
They was in a
hold up,
hotel
Joy.
room together.
Hold up, Joy. They just co-parenting, man. Don't say that. I can't see that.
They
Hey,
was
even
in a
wait,
hotel
even
together.
Bambi. Hold on, Bambi even said, Karen. Bambi like this ain't
But
co-parenting. We just
okay, Joy.
co-workers.
Hold on, Joy. I'm glad you brought that up, right? And I want to say something to that. Who the hell else want her? Who want her with three
Another
kids?
baby daddy. I
Like
think he
seriously,
just
who?
made another
No, no,
baby.
no. Because it kind of goes back to. I hope this name ain't a cram on this platform, but it goes back to what Kevin Samuels was saying to these women out here. Go back. You looking for this man, but go back to your children's father.
Well, Erica did too, and Erica had what they
Well,
got a
Erica had
17
those
year old.
twins by the other guy, so yeah, she pretty much can just go ahead and go. Cause I mean, Imani damn near a grown woman at this point, so at
Yes,
least
yeah.
he ain't got to pay child support for her.
But now she got those twins, and they was kicking it just what a week ago, and then he over there in London with Bambi. Oh
Listen,
Lord,
that's life doing life
Was
for them.
Bambi in London or she's in Paris for the she's
no,
in
no,
Paris.
No, they in London because they had a show.
Oh, oh,
Love
okay.
and Hip Hop trying to be international and shit.
Mona Sky making that bread. At least she doing it the right way though.
Okay, so wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So they're international with people that live in UK, or they just went to UK on a trip?
They went on UK for a trip because the lady Spice, one of the people on there, she had a show out there, so she let them go out there. But see, that's why I gotta follow up because Chaotic only stayed out there for 24 hours, and I don't know why Scrappy
Because
calling
they
this
had a
man Zane.
fight.
I see, I know. I'm catching up. I'm just like, wow, and he calling him Zesty and DL and all these other different
Yeah, but
names. I'm like, wow.
I thought, so wait a minute. I don't think Scrappy had a fight with Chaotic. I think Chaotic had a fight with some other dude.
Zane. Oh man, face looking ass. Remember Zane, the little rapper Zane? What was his song he had? He look a hot ass mess. Oh, child, don't get me started with these people. Zane,
Don't
what's
get me
his
started
name?
either, cause
Lil Zane.
I probably would have gave him a whatever song. I would have made up a song that was there. So I need to stay out of that lane, cause I'm the wrong person.
Wait a minute, hold up. You know how messy, Karen, you know how messy your bestie is? This fool arranged it to the KMJ. I'm done. I just
You the
looked
only
down at
one
my
picked.
phone.
You the only one picked up on that because I wasn't
I
even
wasn't looking
looking
at
at
my
that.
phone.
I seen her rotating the damn thing, but I ain't think nothing about no KMJ. Hey, Joy man be on
You
crazy.
know why? Cause we still living.
Hey, one thing,
Yeah,
one thing,
I'm
Man.
one thing about
all I want to say, I did not formulate any group or anything, right? But at least all the parties are still standing. I'm just
at
saying.
least we did meet each other in real time.
What my
We are
God, y'all get on
all
my nerves.
I'm
verified.
I'm glad you ain't get to see me when I was dead, cause I'd be mad if the only time y'all got to see me was when I was dead. I would really have been mad about that.
Mm, mm,
That's
mm.
just
Lord, I do.
imagine. Imagine I'm repping some shit, right? Who I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. And the only time you got to see me is when I went in the ground.
You
I'll be a little
know,
bit disappointed about that.
what I just want to say though, when it comes to the cemetery, like, why these people on the same hate campaign when it comes to certain individuals? I would have thought that since, people like myself are letting it die down and let it go wherever it's going to go, that would have been enough. But clearly, these people need people to go back and forth with on here.
Mm.
Well,
I
they
got a
say
message set up for Cottonmouth too
We saw
here in the next 15 minutes.
I saw that. I said, look at
let me
Karen
tell you
rushing
Yeah,
the
this.
room.
I got a message. I mean, because I need my 1 cent, 2 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent while it's
Let
still
me
a.
tell y'all something that DJ Academic said about the
Now,
Chicago
we don't
ghetto
want to hear
rappers.
about DJ
Wait a
Academic.
minute,
No,
wait
But
a
it's
minute.
a
I
one
got a
quote. It's
question for
one
you right
quote.
quick,
It's
Joy.
one quote.
Joy, hold up.
Yes.
Forget DJ Academics right quick. Hey, what's up with Cottonmouth being your butterfly? What's up with y'all two?
First of all, you asked me that question in the chat and you didn't respond. I said, "Oh, you speaking to me now?"
I didn't
But
say. I just said she your butterfly. And
hey,
that's what I
butterfly,
said. I
butterfly,
said,
you know
ain't
the
she? I said, hold
what
up. I said, hold up. I said, ain't she Joy's butterfly or something like that? And what you say?
you I said, KK, you speaking to me now?
Well, what's the
Butterflies
answer though?
are, but
Is she?
what butterflies are, they are the what you call the reincarnating of something because butterflies don't last long. They don't live a
Oh
long life.
my God. You
Mm,
don't the butterfly, I have a whole bracelet dedicated to butterflies. Butterflies to me and my interpretation of them, right? They come from something ugly. They grow from, if it's a caterpillar. So the caterpillar's on the ground, it can't get nowhere. It's just crawling around, and then one day it goes into hibernation. And when it comes out, it's a beautiful thing. And guess what? It soars first of all, its wings are unique and colorful compared to when it was a caterpillar. and it can fly and soar and go from places to places in an enormous amount of speed and time from when it was a caterpillar. So it's when you can take everything slow and everything that you have been developing and make it into something so much more and go so much further. So butterfly is a beautiful thing to be if you understood where you came when you were slow and tired and not able to do anything, and when you morphed into being a butterfly. So I love butterflies. That heifer ain't nowhere near a butterfly, but
Okay,
that's
so
your
can
butterfly.
I? Okay, so y'all can crack jokes on the butterfly situation, but at the end of the day, for me, the cycle of the caterpillar and the cycle of the butterfly don't last as long as you blink your eye. That's how her and I are. Every other year is a fight or a beef or some way she's calling me out for something, and then I just ignore it. And that's all I can do because I don't know what her issue is. Yes, Karen, she is my little butterfly at times, but then a butterfly does get to that light and burn the fuck up, and it's over. So at this point, the butterfly ran into a light. She's mad at me for stuff that I can't. It's uncontrollable to me. I can't stop the beef that she has with another content creator, which is my bro. I can't stop the beef that she has with my cousin. I can't stop her from talking mess about
Okay,
me, so I let her be. I let her be. Let her fly off. Go on, butterfly, fly. Spread your wings. Do what you do. Run right into that light, because that's exactly what she does. She runs right into the light and poof, it's gone. It's over. That's it. I'm not gonna call that lady out her name like she's doing me and coming over here because like Karen said in the chat, I'm trying to figure out what part of your commentary was about her.
Thank you, Joy. Hold up. I'm glad. Stop right there, Joy, if you can. That's okay. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey,
You got it.
Monica, that's what. Hold on, cause Joy, that's. I'm glad she actually, cause I'm telling you, I was saving that for another time. But since I'm at now, what part of your goddamn life was about her? Was any of it about her?
when
Because
she
you didn't
came
put
in,
a name on it.
she got identified at that moment because of what she wrote in the chat.
No,
But I
Monica,
believe
listen
before
to
that,
Karen's question.
I'm
What
about to
part?
answer it. I'm about to answer it.
Okay, go ahead.
I believe when I was speaking on the fact that we was in JJ's chat and she was in there, I was just saying I didn't put a name on it, but I was speaking about the attitudes and stuff that was, and it's not even JJ's chat. It was Eric Brown's chat. It was the fact that people were trying to control his platform from within, without, or whatever. But that's what they all like. So I'm not condemning them for being over there trying to run somebody else's shit. That's what they do for a living. I mean, you can't change that. If you allow people to come up in your stuff and tell you how to do your stuff and whatever it is, and you're going to forgive them, just like, so there are some people that we're just giving these free passes to, and this is why they behave the way that they behave. Because I've even admitted that I don't know her. I haven't been overly friendly with her. I wouldn't even call her a friend of the channel. In terms of my platform, I've been cordial with her in traffic because that's what you do in traffic. You're cordial, but she's not somebody that I effed with the long way, the short way, or anyway. So for her to be upset and do the things that she do, I can't understand it, but I'm not about to spend time worrying about it.
And I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm not interested in any kind of back and forth that she wants me to be in with her. If she wants to call me a liar because I won't say something that she wants me to say, I don't, like I told her many a times before, your beef is your beef. Y'all problems are y'all problems. I'm talking about this whole situation about Pepsi-Cola in Jacksonville. I don't, that's not my problem. But if you want to keep saying, "Oh, Joy, you a weirdo, you a lying ass bitch like them," F you. Okay, cool beans. That's fine. Continuing
Well,
on with my
was you
life.
a weirdo when you was sending her some money when she was
Wait,
hiding up underneath that bed? That's all I want to know.
see,
Was you a weirdo
guys.
then? That's all I need to know.
I
Wait,
see.
don't guys
I don't
nothing.
go back in the.
Answer the
I
question.
don't
Was
go
you a
back in the
weirdo when
past.
you gave her that damn money? Come on,
Listen,
Joy.
at the
Don't
end of
get
the day,
sentimental with this motherfucker. She's supposed to be your
at the
butterfly.
end of the day,
She
she
done
do
hit the
pay
light,
back.
the light
So at
bulb,
the
and
end of the
burnt
day,
out.
I'm not gonna bash nobody because if I needed some help, I would hope somebody would help me.
Well,
But
Joy, we was just talking. Well, Monica was just talking about touching on when you sent her some money. Was you a weirdo?
was probably a weirder.
Because she
I
was
probably
having up
was.
your head. She was
I
having up
probably
your head.
listen. At the end of the day, that was probably our umpteenth fight we didn't got into after that point.
You know what
She
these
got into
people,
it with me because over some shit that was going on when I was with a whole nother crew of people before the mukbang, bang, T sectors, and all of them. So hey, if she want to continue to be upset with me about certain situations, I'ma just let her be. Girl, I got kids. I
I
wish
know
my
that's
daughters
right, Joy. You
will
better say
act
that
like
part.
that. No,
Honey,
because
I
I
Well,
got
teach
I
my kids
babies.
not to
I
be
know
like
that's
that.
right.
So
Hey,
leave it alone.
you know what I come to realize with these people, you only a weirdo or all these different names when you ain't rocking with them. But when you
mm,
rocking with them, you sugar,
That's
you
rocking with her. She
you a
just decided to
family.
go somewhere else with
Hey,
her conversation.
wait a minute, Joy. You a family, you sugar, and all these different things. But man, well, oh
Had
well.
a altercation to where we was beefing in public. She was upset because she felt like when I was on the panel with you guys, when the shit hit the fan about her bestie, I don't like talking about that lady in that situation, but she started all of this campaigning against me then. And I'm like, nothing bad to say. Like I said on the panel last time, I don't have nothing bad or good to say about that woman. That's it, and that's all. I'm sorry that this has happened. I'm sorry that everybody is hurt and they can't live their life because they crashing out and they can't breathe again because of what happened to her.
damn
But
you,
I
Fat.
can't do nothing about that. I don't have nothing bad or good to say about that lady. May she rest in peace. But at the end of the day, it's them that keeps bringing her name up. It's them that keeps trying to make me the villain out this stuff because I don't have nothing to say about it. I just want her to rest in peace. Y'all won't let her rest in peace. And I'm not talking about you guys on the panel. I'm talking about the friends, the
No, you
cousins.
can't be talking about us because we don't give a fuck. It don't like
That part.
you understand. And that's the point I was trying to make today, right? I made me a list. And I be checking that shit twice. I'm about to do roll call and just put out certain people's name on my wall for wellness checks around here. But no, you're on my list, right?
Okay,
Because them the
fuck
people.
all that for a second. Fuck all that. At the end of the day, if those people really gave a damn about y'all being the fucking greatest TV show episode on YouTube, why the hell wasn't y'all on there making no speech about her? They didn't even call y'all to ask y'all to get on there.
What are you talking about?
What just happened?
When they did this beautiful memorial for her, who the two people? Well, y'all don't know. I guess I
A
know.
Bam
The
got a
two
memorial?
people. No, no. The two
Oh,
people who didn't get on there to speak about it because they wasn't invited. You know why? Because y'all wasn't really
Yeah, bro.
rocking with that lady at that time. So the
I
real
see.
people that really rocked with her did what they did for her. Y'all wasn't even reached out to. But y'all want to keep trying to put me in the dark space and make me feel like the bad guy. They didn't even ask. Well, I don't know if they didn't ask you. Let me take that back. I don't know if y'all couldn't make it. Maybe y'all was busy doing shit, fucking with people, doxing folks. I don't know why y'all didn't wasn't the main two ones with the best show on YouTube. Wasn't the first ones saying something. But y'all want to point fingers at everybody else. Get the fuck out of my face.
Mm. Karen, get the fuck out of her face.
I'm
Hey,
not talking about Karen. Shut up. You messy as hell.
No, I'm just repeating what you said. You said
I
get the
think
fuck out
she,
of her
I think she talking about the Butte.
face.
The Butte. Talking about the
They
beauty.
had a beautiful video made for this lady, but guess who? Two people wasn't there. Make that make sense for everybody else. But y'all study pointing fingers and leave me
So hold
alone.
up, Joy. Hold up.
Let
Before
that
Oh,
lady
yeah.
rest
hold
in
on, hold
peace.
on,
My
hold on.
gosh.
Wait, hold on,
Yes.
Joy. You said it was a beautiful memorial.
I guess for them, I'm not laughing at it was for them. That's something
Hey,
they needed to do for them. And now that's what it is.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Oh.
I watched it. Why
This
y'all
why,
laughing?
hey,
this why we
Joy
get
called
in
it a
trouble.
beautiful memorial.
Is it called a memorial or what was it? It was a video. It
This
was
why,
nice.
this why we get, this is why we get in trouble because Joy, don't I tell you to stay out the alleys? You go in the alleys and then meet up over here at the clubhouse and we in trouble. And I said clubhouse.
This song is dedicated.
In that game. And then they get mad.
Wait, Monica. All right, before we get too laughing about this stuff, Joy, what was beautiful about it though? We need to know that part, probably.
It's that was for them. When I say beautiful, because I'm
Oh,
like that's for them.
okay.
That was
When you
something
watched
that they
it,
need
what
to
what
do.
was your highlight of it then?
It was interesting. It was interesting to see. It was interesting to
So
see a lot of things.
did somebody attend and then they came back and bought their footage?
No, that's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
might be saying memorial wrong. Whatever the video, what are we calling that? Oh, tribute. Sorry, guys. A tribute video. I said memorial. I'm sorry. It meant a tribute video. So it was interesting to watch because
oh,
I remember a lot of that footage that was in those videos, those clips that they was putting up was from before she was even Money Team. It was
Oh,
videos when she was doing videos by herself back in the day. So I was like, wow, how did
so
they get those?
it
And
was
I
a
was like,
it
that's
was a
interesting.
it was a memorial from 2 months ago.
no, she said it was no,
Oh,
she said
tribute,
it was a
a
tribute.
tribute
Get,
for two
I used
months
the wrong
ago.
terminology. It was a tribute video. And it was just
okay.
interesting because it was like back in the day videos before she was even Money Team and stuff when she was in a whole nother place of living. So I was like, oh wow, they really dug in the crates for these. I wonder where they got those
Well,
videos from.
isn't it a fact, right? Maybe I could be wrong. Isn't it a fact that before she was Money Team, she was down with other people that were on this internet?
Yeah, but
So
before
maybe they got
no, but wait, no, but before then, she was by herself because she even went after the people that she was that did the tribute for her. She did videos about them before that, before anything. So that's why I was like, wow, it's a lot of videos that from locations that been been on like different accounts that she had. So I was like, wow, that's interesting that they was able to get those footages showing the raw footages of her from back then.
Can I ask you a serious question or you want to pass? You get to plead the fifth. I can ask you the question and then you could choose to just plead the fifth on it, right? That means you from self discrimination, from, incrimination. When you saw this tribute and you identified that some people were missing, did you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you were missing from the
No,
tribute? Oh,
no,
okay.
no, not at all.
I'm glad because you would have been thrown out of the J, 4, and K again. Cause I was just been like, I can't with this one no
Oh
more.
no. This is no. I'm sorry. It's not that I hold a grudge against that lady. Like I said, once again, rest in peace to her. I have nothing bad or good to say about her,
She
but as
just
far
gonna
as that
RIP her
tribute,
up
no,
here.
no. I think it was nice for what it was for and for who it's from. You know what I'm saying? That was nice
The
that they
reason
did
why I
that.
asked you that,
Yes.
and this is no homo. This is not trying to be funny, right? But
Mhm.
you identified that two people weren't included
Mhm.
in that, right? And you're saying, oh, they cutting up, or this one's over here cutting up right now because this is her way of lashing out. So I just wanted to ask you that because somebody might say the same thing about
Oh
you for
no,
the same
no.
reason.
I'm not I have not yet to lash out at her. I have yet to speak against her in her untimely. I have yet to say anything. The most of I have done was get on a panel with you guys about a month ago, and and then somebody accused me of something because they wanted to be the front headliner. And I'm speaking about the lady who just went live on you saying F me. Ever since then, it's always been, ever since I shared your community post, she's been gunning for me. I don't need to be the presence of that lady's passing. I don't need to speak on nothing ill and bad about her. Once again, like I said in my live the other day, I'm not using what happened to her against people in a grudge or a fight. Once again, this lady's name is being used in the middle of a beat. And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, rest in peace to you because you know I love you to death. She wasn't messing with you before she passed. She ain't messing with you here.
Who is beefing though?
Something happened between those two, and I'm talking about the girl that just went live on you and talking about me and your in her live. You know what? This is all over the place. At the end of the day, I don't got nothing bad or good to say about that lady. But this one particular content creator, bam, keeps making it seem like I got an issue because I shared your community post. And ever since then, it's been up and stuck with her. I just been living my
Well,
goddamn life.
well, hold on. Nobody actually had an issue with her. That's what I'm saying in my video when I do it in about a couple of minutes. But what I'm saying is she just came up in here talking her mess, and it's like, dog, we ain't gonna let that lay. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, we ain't gonna let you disrespect the channel holder. We're moderators. Like, why would we let that ride? And she wasn't even talking about you directly. You have to wait for your name to be called.
And if I can recall what Monica was saying about that, I don't even think she was talking about the chat per se. It was the lady on the panel that said, hey, I'm your guest.
Her storyline was something she witnessed. Who are we to come in her chat as moderators, as her supporters, and say, "Oh, Monica, don't say that. Oh, you can't use them words. You can't bring up that story." That's not gonna happen. This is one of the things I can say with these food tubers in this cemetery. They think everybody's a child.
Yeah.
We don't get to run people platform. Monica, crank her thing up, whatever it's gonna be about. I'm there, and I'm gonna let her know that I'm there. But who are y'all to, you gonna let them sit up there? You gonna let them say this and that? So you got an
And I
option to
bet,
be here.
and Karen, I bet they don't talk to their caseworkers like that.
Now, why would somebody have a caseworker?
Let me go, because I'm gonna wrap my demonstration up so I can head for the hills. Y'all
They
have a
don't.
good one. We'll
They
chop it up
yes.
later.
All right,
Thank
we'll
you.
pass. We'll pass through
Yeah.
as
All
you
right, I'm gonna get out of
get
here
it
because
started.
y'all
But
didn't
that
got me. Y'all about to get me doxxed. They about to
no,
run up at my door. They about
but
to
the
beat my
name of this
ass.
the title of this video was "Let's have a memorial service for doxing," right? Let's 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 put some of this shit to bed because at the end of the day, right? All of these people that have been doxxed by now, in my opinion, right? This is my point of view. This is my perspective on it, right? How many times can you dox the same people?
You know what they call it, Monica? To be honest with you, they call
What
it
is
a
it?
new audience. They say it's for the new audience. It's for who didn't see it before. So yeah, of course you got doxxed maybe 13 years ago, but guess what? It's a new audience. And you know what the new audience do? Repeat the same garbage. They just repeat the same shit. I'm gonna forever be that chick that got dumped on live. That's it. That's me. I'm the chick that got dumped online. It. That's it. I can't refute it. I can't come back from it. That is what it is. But what I'm not gonna do is live in it. Just like you don't live in it.
Do you
You
believe do you believe that you were dumped on a live?
online. Yeah, yeah. I
No,
was.
I believe somebody personally, right? You know how they have the Craigslist because I think I'm gonna be polite, but where you pick up somebody from, right, or you where you first meet the person is where you also leave the person at. So I honestly believe when I look at your story that you picked up somebody on the platform and something began on the platform and it ended on the platform. It started and ended in the same place. Period.
It did. And I'm gonna
You
say this
understand?
once again for the new audience. The night before, it was a discussion with him and I said, and I'm gonna be honest with you, and I said it to you. I said, please don't do that. Don't get on this internet and embarrass me in front of everybody. And guess what he did the next morning? He embarrassed me. He put a whole thing out here. Y'all been seeing what she been doing. I've been trying to. I was like, wow.
I'm
And
pleading
then
the
that was
fifth.
it.
I'm taking the fifth over here because see, you'd have never had to. You understand? Everything is an experience and it's a learning experience, okay?
Listen,
And
I'm gonna say it the way it was. It is what it was. If nobody else want to say or experience the moment that I lived my life, yeah, it was what it was. It happened just like that.
so
But guess what?
you know what uh, I'm gonna go back to when I moved into the P's and I was in the rent office signing my lease and getting my keys, right? And the housing assistant looked at me and she said, "Young lady, come over here." She walked me over to the window and she looked out there. She said, "You see them guys standing right there on the corner? I suggest, because you're a pretty young thing, you do you, because them same guys that you see standing on that corner when you move in here are going to be the same people you see when you move out of here." And I believe wholeheartedly that some things never change. And that's how I started this live up, right? And in relationships and everything that you do, there has to be growth. You have to start at one place and end up someplace better and in
Right.
a better position. But if you're in something and it remains the same and it's just stagnant, it may not be the right thing for you. Relationships grow. You meet people, and some people are great opportunities, and then some don't last. So you take that experience and that blessing of knowing that person and you keep it moving. And that's what it is. I did want to say that I commented on one of your posts this morning when I saw it.
Hmm.
I think it was about, so it had to do with moving new niggas into the same old bed, right? The bed ain't get cold and this and that, right? And then my dumb ass went in there and wrote underneath the comments, right? I was like, nah, they didn't even change the sheets, right? And then I went on the YouTube streets and I got better understanding of what that is about. And I was like, oh, that's terrible, Mo. You getting all in some shit that you so, I'm saying all that to say this, right? Everybody has their platform and they have their way of doing things, right? And just because I start something over here, right? it should not be reflected on other people that come around me. People should keep their eye on the person that they have the disagreement with or their original target. Trying to find collateral people around to damage and
Right.
pick them off is not fair. That's the same situation where, as I see the JJ situation, if all of these people have a problem with JJ, they should have kept their problem to him. Now, everyone has their own reasons why they branch out and why they did what they did or what have you. But I think when people really look back at it, they look at the people with a side eye, like, why did you take that route? But I
But
can't tell a
can I
person
can
how
I
to
interject?
respond. Hmm.
I'm sorry, because I know you're trying to close your live out, because I know Karen about to go live, or I'm gonna get off of here.
Miss Future.
But my thing is, I hear what you're saying. I completely hear every word that's coming out your mouth. That's the thing with me. That's the thing with you. That's the thing with like a Cynthia or a Kay or anybody that's in the JJ's thing. Even with tonight, me being in your chat, it was a F you. You can eat a dick, Joy. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, I'm not even saying nothing. Even with the EB situation, I'm not even in the chat. I'm getting cursed out for it. It's like you said, keep it with the person that you keep it on the person you mad at. Get mad at the person you mad at. Why are you mad at they supporters? Because that contradicts everything that the people that you kick it with nowadays with. Because they like, you're free to go anywhere you want to go. As long as you ain't talking mess about me, we good. But I know you gotta support everybody else. But why is it's able for this one particular person to come outside and say F you, F you, F you, F you, F all of y'all for being over there? But then when somebody say something to you, then it's all where my friend, where my friends at? Because look what they doing to me. They talking to me, and then everybody looking at now. People be looking at me crazy because of the stuff that's being said. And what I don't do is clear the shit up because I don't feel like I need to. Like I said, I let that butterfly to a moth fly into a flame and burn up. It's over. It's done. Until the day you come back as a beautiful butterfly and we good, I speak. I say what I need to say. I'm gonna let you say everything you need to say outside of everything that I'm not gonna say. Your beef is not my beef. Your problems is not my problems. I can't call you and tell you that my light bill is due. So don't tell me that I'm supposed to come out here and say, "Oh, have my back." For what? You've been disrespectful from the gate. And I never disrespected you, lady. I'm gonna call out everybody else. Oh, look what Monica does to you. Look what girl, I don't give a damn about none of that shit. You ain't never been fake about nothing. We fight. Monica, no, we fight. We ain't never hung up the phone in each other's face or cursed each other out. But if she don't like what I said, good night, Joy. I'm going to bed. I'll talk to you later. I'll be like, all right, same shit to her. And we keep it pushing. The fuck out of here. I'm irritated, Monica. I'm so sorry.
I know you're irritated, but we're gonna end here so we can go
Yes,
support
thank
the
you.
K because I
Thank
don't
you,
want her to
sweetheart.
think I don't show no love. So have a good night. Wait a minute.
I'm
Is
gonna let
she
you
not?
close your live out and I'm gonna drop
Yeah.
down. Thank you for
All
letting me
right.
up. Bye.
All right. Bye. Today's production was brought to you by the M and the O. Mo Mo Mo.